Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we have the Luka Doncic build. I got to see him play a few weeks ago. Bucks versus Lakers, third year in a row seeing Luka play, and he has just been unreal this year. Haven't really seen this on YouTube though, but we made a 6'8" Luka Doncic. That's his height on NBA.com. He is listed at 6'8". On NBA 2K, he is listed at 6'8". So I thought it would be a perfect time to make the build. He is listed at 6'8". It was like 230 pounds. Why do I have it at 231? I don't know, but it's at 231. We have a 6'8" wingspan. You could go a couple inches more to like 6'10" if you just want to go 93 midi and then have the 3-pointer at like 85 or something. But I wanted the really high shooting, and I also wanted to be able to get 90 3-pointer. So we went 6'8" wingspan. This is a shooting guard because at point guard you can only go up to 6'7". Luckily, with how the meta is this year though, there's a ton of 6'8" builds roaming around in solo rack, and your friends probably have 6'8" builds that you could probably play PG easily enough if you want to. In solo rack, I've been at point guard, shooting guard, and small forward, which is pretty nice. Starting off with the finishing, we got 80 close shot. That is connected to the layup. We just decided to do 90 layup right off the rip. Love the 90 layup or physical finisher. I do like using a +2 on physical finisher. Right now, only +1 with the new season. We have 70 driving dunk. This is for the Luka dunk package. And we have 72 standing for rise up. Luka, not a super big dunker, but he can dunk when he needs to. The post control is at 55. We are using cap breakers on this that I will show in a couple minutes. Moving over to the shooting, we have 91 mid-range, 85 3-pointer. We are using 5 cap breakers to get 96 mid-range to get the Hall of Fame badges, and then 85 3-pointer. We are bumping that up to 90, so we get deep bomber and silver limitless at 89. Or the playmaking, 90 pass. Eventually gonna have 92 pass for the Hall of Fame dimer. Right now it's just at 90. I do like using the Jalen Brunson pass style. That is at 90. Ball handle 86. That is maxed out. And we have 75 speed with ball. The defense, it's Luka, but I've done pretty solid defensively. Solo rack with the 60 interior, 74 perimeter, 73 steal. The 73 steal compared to 60 I have on some builds, very nice. I feel confident when I am in the lanes. I don't know, I just feel like I get better animation. So we got 68 block, 4 bronze chase down. The rebounding, 75 offensive rebound, 60 defensive rebound. Towards the end game, I'm going to be tossing cap breakers on defensive rebound because Luka, he is like a triple-double threat. So want to be able to get rebounds whenever I can. And then for the physicals, 85 speed, 77 agility. That is for slippery off ball. You might think that's a little quick for Luka. His 2K ratings have him around those attributes. So went with that. 75 strength. Would have been nice to get a little more strength, but 75 is for the physical finisher. And then 60 vert so that we get high flying denier. When you're all done with the build, it comes out to be a speedy offensive engine. It's funny because speedy, but knowing Luka, he is more of a slow-paced guy with the basketball. Now we're in the cap breakers. As you can see right now, I have post control maxed out. This gets up to 88. I would have liked to get 90 so I could get legend post fade phenom. I just could not finesse it. I tried moving around the post control, moving around some attributes. I could not. So the best I could do was 88, which is all right because 87 is gold post up poet, which is nice. The mid range, we bumped up to the 96, and currently I have 3-pointer up to 86. I am going to give 3 cap breakers for starter 5, and then I am gonna get the level 40 cap breakers, so I will have 90 by the end of the season. As I mentioned already, pass accuracy gonna get bumped up 2, so we get that dimer. And then the final few cap breakers are gonna go on defensive rebound. Need to use all 5 so I can get 80 rebound. We'll go up to 81, but still hit that 80 threshold. We went with the shooting specialization. I have it fully maxed out, so we get all the benefits from it. And there is a little debate on if you want to use shooting on this build or a different one, because I got 96 mid-range. I don't need any of my shooting badges to go up 2. Like using a max +2 on set shot, I'm only bumping up 1 level. So if you do want to save some attributes, go the 93 mid-range so you can like be a little more efficient, you can. The trade-off though, the Deadeye and Shifty you're seeing on the screen turns to Hall of Fame. So despite us not being able to boost up set shot 2 levels and we're only getting 1, we get 2 more legend badges into the mix with the Shifty Shooter and Deadeye. And I think that's a good trade-off. Don't have the max +2s yet. So we got Physical Finisher on Hall of Fame, Float Game Hall of Fame, and then Lightning Launch at 6'8 is a tier 2 badge. So right now it's gold. Once I get that +2 though, we are bumping up to Hall of Fame. And the takeovers, I got a couple that I use. A couple speed with ball. These are if I feel like you'll be a little bit quicker. I might rock these more once I get the 3-pointer maxed out to 90, because like those attributes are going to be higher regardless, and having the higher speed with ball would be nice. But Sharpshooter, Dishmaster, I'll change it to Deep Bomber when I get that 90 3-pointer. And I got one named the Don, which is 3-pointer, speed with ball, and ball handle. So speed with ball gets to 81. The ball handle gets increased, which is nice. And then the 3-pointer to 91 currently. This is the one I rock a lot in solo rec. Here's the animations I am using. I did use a lot of Luka to start, but as time went on, I started slowly taking out animations I didn't really like. We do have the Luka jump shot. This is nice and solo rec. We're using the free throw, we're using the go-to shot, the hop jumper, a lot of the layups that you can get with him, post fade, using Traveling Queen as the motion cell, pretty solid for movement. Playmaking, all I got is really the spin and the crossover. The crossover I like using on a bunch of builds. All the others did not end up using any of the other Luka animations. The dribble style, you cannot even get Luka dribble style. Like, look at that. Luka's dribble style is at 80, which you need to make the 6'8 skinny to get that. But he was listed at 6'6 to start the game. He's been 6'7 in the past games, so it's a lot easier to get 80 before. If you have not already, make sure you join the Discord, discord.gg/Healy6. That is where I like getting rec runs and talking about builds. So click the link in the description to go there. Also follow me on Twitch. I've been playing a lot of solo rec recently and playing on a lot of my builds that I have. So tune into the Twitch, twitch.tv/Healy6. Hope to see you there. We are now on the gameplay portion of the video. I have 2 games for you. Both of them are playing solo rec. I've been on that grind to get some rep. I've been playing solo rec a lot lately. And this is one of the builds I've been rocking with the most. Mainly because it can kind of do it all. And I definitely do not want to play point guard in solo rec. I have been put at point guard on this build, so that is nice. As I mentioned before, a lot of 6'8 builds are or were made in this game. And now, because of that, if you're 6'8, you get matched up with a few other 6'8s, you probably have the highest pass at the 90 attribute rating. But most of the time I get put at shooting guard because of that. And occasionally I will be put at small forward if I get like a couple point guards on my team. But this build with the super high shooting, not really having to worry about getting to the rim to score some buckets, it's good. And playing solo rec, people do not have bags when dribbling. So like the defense, you have the speed and the agility mixed with some strength, mixed with the weight, and then the attributes, which aren't big, but you still do have bronze defensive badges. They can help you out. And it is nice too because you can help out on the rebounds. By getting the rebounds and having 90 pass rating, you could just whip the ball down the court, get an easy assist for you. The 73 steal has been great. I don't know if there's like a threshold for better like interception animations, but having that 73 way better than the 60 that I like running default on some builds just for interceptor. And since this is solo rec, I am able to rock out with the Luka jumper if I want. Because as you know, people in solo rec, they do not like playing defense, or they are not good at playing defense. So you're going to get a lot of open space and time to shoot the basketball. Pulling this out with friends, can't really do. But the only reason I would pull out this build playing with friends is to play point guard. Because defensively, you do not really want your shooting guard in squad rec to have that low of defense. Unless your point guard you're playing with has high defense to make up for it, you do not want two people on your team having pretty low defense when playing with friends. But I have used this build playing with friends, and it's been nice. I'm able to run the half court stuff pretty well, and I cannot wait to get the 93 pointer for deep bomber and just to be able to expand the offense even more. The only downside with this build when playing with friends is you do have 75 speed with ball. So if you and your friends are high plates, purple or red, maybe even sometimes gold, like it might be a little slow. You're gonna have a lockdown on you with like close to 90 speed and some really high defensive attributes. You got to have people that know how to jump past the ball into you. Jump passing, if you don't know, square and X on PlayStation, X and A at the same time on Xbox when inbounding is the safest way to inbound the basketball without turnovers. Yes, you will get a turnover 1% of the time, but it is way more effectively than just hitting an icon or hitting A or X to pass in the ball directly into the defender's chest. The jump pass will allow you to throw it over defenders and get it to who you're trying to inbound it to safely. So if you do have people that know how to jump pass inbounds passes to you, you will be able to run down the court, beat the lockdown, and kind of get an open area to decide what you want to do with the basketball, which could be a 3-point shot, could be an easy mid-range. If no one's there in general, you might be able to get a layup, or people just collapse on you and you are able to pass. Speaking of passing, I was using the Jalen Brunson pass style a little bit. I can't remember exactly where I saw it from, but you do get a lot of one-handed pass animations, and they're solid. It's not like Magic Johnson or like LaMelo Ball where, yeah, you get one-handed pass animations in those packages as well. But with those, you get like load ups. And those load ups are bad. They make it very easy to intercept passes, despite the rating that you have and how quickly that ball will be once you actually throw it. So Jalen Brunson, 90 pass is what you need for it. You want to try it out and get back to me on this video, please let me know how it is for you. But I think I will continue to rock it on builds that I can get it on. If you don't have that high of a passing rating, you could use like De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is always solid, or you could just use none. None's probably a safe bet for every single build because you aren't necessarily locked in a certain set of animations, and none generally just gives you better passes. But there are certain styles that give you an advantage for certain things. Like I think Magic Johnson is like a good like fast break pass. I've heard like Mike Conley or Darius Garland is good for like pick and roll, for like throwing it over the defender to the roller. So there's positives and negatives for a lot of them. Right now I'm just rocking out with the Jalen Brunson. We are currently in season 3 of NBA 2K. I am currently having a lot of fun still with this game. There's a lot of frustrating things in terms of like people I'm playing with not picking up how the game works 3 seasons into the game, but that's a personal thing, not really a gameplay thing on my end. But yeah, 2K26, pretty fun. Been playing a lot of solo rack, having a blast there. My win percentage has dipped 5% since playing that, which a little bit unfortunate. I was at 85%, now I'm down to 81. Probably gonna dip below 80, but it's all good. I need that rep for starter 5 and then vet 2. But yeah, we are getting towards the end of the video. Appreciate anyone still watching at this point. Let me know if you got this far into the video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one.